Welcome to the 2023 hunting season. After striking out in 2022 during spring bear, I was excited to draw a tag again this year for a chance at redemption. Even though the weather was going to be terrible, I was too excited to not hunt during opening day. I met up with my good buddy Thomas from Chasing Roosevelt's Outdoors, who graciously offered to come along and film, even though he didn't draw a tag. We enjoyed a nice hike through the woods in the rain, then spent most of the day driving roads and checking the green up in different timber cuts. No bear spotted before we decided to head home. A couple of weeks later, we were back at it in a new area thanks to suggestions from some friends.
Ready to rock and roll?
Let's go.
Woo!
Alright, just met up with Thomas. We are fueling up with some food, gassing up, and hitting the road a couple hours down south, and then meeting up with some other folks. So, should be good, should be fun. Let's go. After meeting up with our friends and hatching a plan, we camped that evening in the hills above the city. The next morning, we woke up enshrouded in fog, packed up camp, and started hitting the logging roads looking for cuts to glass.
Ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready.
Just about.
Finally got to a spot that a friend of ours gave us a pin to. We haven't even got to look at the unit yet, but we've been driving pretty much all morning and trying to get to this area. We kind of got gated out a while back, kind of on the other side of this whole area. So now we're up here. We're gonna glass it over and figure out how to find something in here. What do you think of this spot?
Well, just like my initial reaction is like it's not green enough. But our buddies have been saying that they've been seeing bears and stuff that looks pretty much like this, I think. Yeah, it's a big cut, big hole. Alright, well, we've been driving around for a couple more hours and not really a lot of spots around here that are huntable for us at the moment, but got here to this gate, which we can walk in. So I think it's about a mile, maybe just a tiny bit over a mile back into a cut back here. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully it's good, and then maybe sit on it for a little bit. So gonna get to hiking. Hopefully we can find some bears.
Oh yeah. Big bear. How fresh do you think that is? That's pretty fresh, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty fresh. Alright, so we were just walking down the road into our spot here, and I just happened to look down off the road, and man, I got a huge big old pile of bear scat here. Looks pretty fresh. Tons of grass. Oh yeah, dude. That's exactly what we're looking for. Exactly what we're looking for. Yeah. Yeah, dude. So good to finally see some sign.
Yeah, I don't really see any prints though. Do you see any? Have you seen any tracks? The ground is kind of wet still, but I don't see any tracks. So we're posted up here at this glassing spot. We came across that huge pile of scat on the way in. That's all the sign we've seen so far. Kind of guessing he was just crossing over the road and dropped a pile. There's a lot of green grass right on the side of the road there. But now we're in this got a nice big south-facing hillside with quite a bit of green on it. Looks pretty good. Big creek down in the bottom, and it definitely should be a bear in here somewhere, it looks like. So I think we'll probably sit on this cut for the rest of the afternoon and see if anything comes out. By the time, if we were to back up here and go somewhere else, it's probably a couple hour drive, so I think this is our best option for the rest of the day. And yeah, cross our fingers. And if a bear comes out into any of these openings on the other, the far side hill, it's probably about a 350 yard shot, so that would be perfect for me. So crossing our fingers and see what happens. In the meantime, we're getting some snacks, getting fueled up, and hopefully avoiding all the ticks. I already found one.
We spent the afternoon sitting and watching the slope across the drainage. We glassed, maybe took a siesta or two, and glassed some more. Eventually, we caught some movement on the other side of the creek, but it turned out to be a group of 3 hunters that must have walked the road in to the far landing from the other side. Eventually, they picked us up through their binoculars and, somewhat surprisingly, decided to stay put. I can't say I understand this type of behavior from other hunters, but in my short hunting career, I've learned that there are all types of folks out in the woods, some more considerate than others. As the day was winding down, they finally left and we weren't too far behind them.
The waiting is the hardest part. So many opportunities to play mind games with yourself. Second guess all your decisions. Wonder if you're in the right spot or not. Should you keep waiting or not? Is a bear gonna come out or not? Oh man, well, it's 7:30-ish. Just about. Haven't seen anything except for some other hunters that walked in across the other side and sat over there for a couple hours, so yeah, temps dropping, wind's picking up, getting cold. We're gonna hike out of here. We got a little over 1.5 miles out, and then figure out what our plan's gonna be for tomorrow and where we're gonna camp tonight. So check this little, right around the corner here, there's a little cut down there, so I'm sure if there was a bear in there, those guys would have shot it, but we'll check it on the way out anyway and see if we see anything on the way out. But yeah, it's always hard to know, like, should we have sat here as long as we did or not? I don't know. I mean, everything looked good in here. We had that big old pile of scat about a half mile back, so seemed like a good option. But yeah, I'm gonna head out and game plan for tomorrow. Stay tuned.
everybody. We got into camp kind of late last night in the dark. Just had a quick dinner and went to bed. Got up this morning. It's supposed to be raining here soon, but right now it's not too bad. Yeah, gonna get some breakfast, get some coffee, and then we got another buddy meeting up with us here in a couple hours. We're gonna go check out a few spots. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. But we'll see. I've seen bears in the rain. Some people say you can see them, some people say you can't, so we'll find out. But if not, it'll turn into a scouting mission and just try to get a lay of the land a bit more around here. So anyway, yeah, gonna get some breakfast, coffee, and get to it. Let's go. Black stumps. Get ya. Puma camo, number 1. Rainy day.
As I was sitting in the truck feeling sorry for myself for all the rain, our good buddy Brad showed up, got out of his truck, and immediately spotted a bear.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not a big bear for sure, but that old rough stump next to it, that stump's a big-ass stump, so you gotta think it's, I don't know, the bear's probably...
This is the one that we saw last year.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, the one, yeah,
The one
it
that
is.
we all saw.
Yeah. How far is it for?
464, I think it was.
Yeah, you can see how he doesn't have a belly to him.
Yeah.
A lot of daylight underneath. Very, very lanky.
I was gonna say, looking at him right here with naked eye, it looks probably like maybe 125.
Maybe, yeah. He's not a big bear for sure, but I mean, your average bear is under 200 pounds.
Alright, well, we've been watching this bear for, I don't know, probably about half an hour now. Definitely solo, which is ideal. But still just a little bit too small and too far away, I think, from my first bear. So we're gonna wrap it up here, get in the trucks, drive around, check out some new spots, and see if we can find a bigger bear to take a shot on. So here we go.
We spent the next few hours driving roads, glassing, and driving some more before eventually making our way back to where we saw the bear in the morning.
Well, we just got back to the spot we were at this morning, and the sow cubs that Brad saw yesterday are back out. Almost exactly the same spot he saw. Gonna get the spotter on them and get some phone scope. Pretty cool.
After watching the sow and cubs feed off into the timber, we hopped back into the trucks and drove around, checking cuts for a few more hours, but we didn't come across any additional bears.
So I think we're gonna call it for the weekend. We got about a 3.5 hour drive home, so Yeah, running out of energy, so I think it's better we get on the road before I fall asleep at the wheel or something stupid. But yeah, man, what a weekend. Kind of started off slow, and then all of a sudden it was like bears everywhere. Not really everywhere, but we did see one small boar maybe. It was solo, and then we saw that sow and 2 cubs, which was the same sow and 2 cubs that Brad saw yesterday. Been basically the same spot. So yeah, it was fun to finally see some bears and get some good phone scope footage of them. So that was awesome. Fun area out here. Lots of good looking cuts, but yeah, not a ton of bears yet. Still early in the season, so hopefully over the next few weeks we'll start seeing more and more bears out and about. So anyway, yeah, good times here. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming your way soon.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard.